Interesting one, right? This is CSB Bank. John from Chennai is asking about this. He's contemplating deploying funds into this particular counter. And generally, when we speak about the banking space, we don't often talk about this small bank. But it's an interesting one because of the space that it operates in. It's got gold loans. And the promoter is also interesting. It's got a large holding by Fairfax. What is the prospect? It's currently trading at 1.2 times book trailing. Would you say that it's attractive? It's sub 300, 287 or thereabouts?
It's attractive, I would say. We have been tracking this since very long time. Since it was trading in unlisted space, from that time we have been tracking this. The bank is doing very well. The numbers have been good. Asset quality is good. And as you pointed out, it's one of the best play in gold loans, I would say. The only problem is very regional. It's basically based out of South India and in the other parts of the country, very nominal branches. So the only problem is regional. Otherwise, I think valuations are very attractive. One can buy for a target of maybe 15-20% upside in the next 1 year.
Okay, 15 to 20% upside. And that's a pretty modest anticipation or expectation on a bank that is growing pretty fast, actually. So, point well made. We've got a caller, I believe. Jitendra is calling us from Hyderabad, and it is a stock that I think Rajesh is going to smile about. It's certainly one of his favorites. Jitendra, good morning. How can we help you today?
Yeah, good morning to all, and thank you for your efforts in solving queries. I just holding 1,600 shares of ITC Hotels at 171. Oh. And how long I can hold, and what will be the overall outlook for long term?
Jitendra, how long you can hold is something that you have to decide. So why don't you tell me what your expectation is for the stock? Have you bought it based on the fundamentals, and have you bought it based on holding for the long term, or is it a short term gain that you're looking for?
My outlook is for long term only. I'm just confirming as your view also.
Okay, all right, I understand. All right, Rajesh, the stock is up as much as 5%. Sorry, I read the first part of the stock name and I thought that he was talking about ITC, but he's talking about ITC Hotels. What's the view here? 5% up right now. Would you hold for further gains or would you book?
I would buy.
You would buy?
That's the single line answer to the entire story. But still, the company is doing very well. Hospitality sector as a whole is doing very well. We have seen a lot of up moves, a lot of good numbers coming in from the existing players. Although this is the newly listed company demerged out of ITC. We got 1 share out of 10 shares of ITC, and this is a very strong play, I would say, with good brands under their belt. The management has come and recorded in saying that by 2030 they are going to almost double their room capacity. Average room rent is going up. Almost debt-free. So in all parameters, is a strong buy from our side. We expect almost 15 to 20% CAGR growth in the next 3 to 4 years. So it's a buy from our side.
Right. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. And you've already made some solid gains. It is trading very close to its issue price. It just moved up, and in fact, in trade today above its issue price, if I'm not mistaken. All right.